Did the Energems from Power Rangers Dino Charge actually create the Dino Gems from Power Rangers Dino Thunder? It might be. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's up guys? It's Este here and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Theory, where I give you guys a Power Rangers theory based on the Power Rangers universe. Now, there has been multiple theories that we talked about in the past. If you haven't seen any of the previous theory episodes, I recommend you go check it out. Playlist link in the description down below. Now, 750 likes for a brand new theory video, and if you have any other theories you want me to talk about, leave them down in the comments down below. Who knows, you might be featured in the next episode. And if you haven't subscribed and joined the E-Squad already, I really would appreciate it. Subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any single one of my featured videos, because a small percentage who's actually subscribed. So subscribe today, because you can always unsubscribe later. Let's get right into this theory. Now, let's give you guys some info. In the 2015 season of Power Rangers titled Power Rangers Dino Charge, we learned from that first episode that in prehistoric times, an alien named Keeper, who also, if you don't know who Keeper is, he's kind of a useless character, but that's besides the point. Basically, Keeper landed on Earth with a cargo full of very powerful items. These are called the Energems, which are crystals of unspeakable power. The Energems are also the power source of all 10 of the Dino Charge Rangers, and the Energems also power up their Dino Charge morphers. Basically, what Keeper did in those prehistoric times was he entrusted each of the Energems to the dinosaurs of that period. He did this so that these dinosaurs could protect it, as these are of course very powerful items that he needs to keep safe. And what better to keep safe than the actual animal, as the dinosaurs become the actual physical embodiment of these Energems. The bad news here is that we all kind of know what happens in prehistoric times. An asteroid meteor falls out of the sky and kind of destroys all the dinosaurs. Really sad. It's actually super sad. The dinosaurs wiped off the planet just like that. I always wonder why there hasn't been an asteroid meteor since that just destroyed the whole planet. Anyone else think why? I don't know, maybe this is too deep for a Power Rangers video. Now, hear me out. Even though Power Rangers Dino Charge is in a different universe from the other Power Rangers shows, could Keeper's actions explain the origin of another dinosaur power? That's right guys, the Energems might have origins in the Dino Gems. They may actually be the source or the reason why the Dino Gems were made in the first place. The Dino Gems were first seen in the 2004 season Power Rangers Dino Thunder. We learn in the show that Dino Gems are salvaged from a meteor that killed the dinosaurs. Now, some fans have come up with a theory that the Dino Rangers' powers was actually created from the power bleeding out of the Energems during the impact and infusing the minerals of the meteor, literally creating two Ranger teams of two different universes with one single stone. Some fans even speculate that since the asteroid was a force of destruction, the Dino Gems may also have some dark energy in them, waiting to be used for evil purposes. They should explain Dino Gems like the White Dino Gem, which obviously was used for the White Ranger, who was once evil, and there was also a Dark Energem in Power Rangers Dino Charge used by a Talon Ranger that we didn't see in the show, but we did see in the comics. That Talon Ranger, or the Dark Ranger, is actually Heckle from Dino Supercharge. Now here's the thing, we don't see a Prime Universe version of Keeper in the main universe, but we can assume that he exists, as, you know, multiple different timelines. There can be copies of the different Rangers throughout different time periods, or universe periods in this case. And considering Sledge doesn't come to Earth in this universe, Keeper isn't called back to Earth to help protect the Energems. So there is no reason for the Dino Charge Rangers to exist in the Prime Universe, because that type of thing doesn't happen. The only universe where Sledge would go out to look for the Energems was, of course, in the Dino Charge universe. Now, if you think about it, this theory kind of actually does make sense. If you look at the dinosaurs from both series, they have something indeed in common. Both series would feature a Tyrannosaurus, a Triceratops, Pterodactyl, Pachycephalosaurus, Pack Ranger, Pac-Man, a Brachiosaurus, a Stegosaurus, and an Ankylosaurus, and each of these dinosaurs was given an Energem by Keeper. To kind of explain this theory better, at least how I would see it, when the meteor would go down Earth to actually destroy it in that time period of the dinosaurs, by the time it impacted the ground and all the dinosaurs was basically getting destroyed, the power of the Energems would escape the dinosaur, And the meteorite would basically collect all this power. As the Energems are a very, very powerful item in this time, obviously the Energems would try to save the planet somehow. We know that Earth really has a bad luck in the Dino Charge universe, but let's say the Energems would try with their powers. It didn't necessarily work like that, but the meteor would instead inhale the powers, not inhale like breathing, but inhale like taking in the powers. And that's why in Dino Thunder, when they found the Dino Gems, they would have power. What other reason would these Dino Gems have power inside this meteorite? It obviously had to come from somewhere, and that somewhere could be the Energems. And who knows, maybe there could be more Dino Gems than we thought. Considering the amount of Energems in Dino Charge, there could be more Dino Gem counterparts in the main universe that we've never heard of yet. But you may also be telling me, Este, did you see Dino Supercharge and what happened in the end? Yes, I did. At the end of Power Rangers Dino Supercharge, the dinosaurs were obviously not wiped out, as we see the museum has been turned into a dinosaur zoo. So, how could this theory possibly work? Well, I have an answer. This theory takes a link back to the last theory I talked about on how the Time Force Rangers actually corrected the main timeline by putting some shows in different universes. To give you a quick rundown, the Time Force Rangers would take RPM, put it in its own universe, and Dino Charge and put it in its own universe. Giving way to the theory and how much it can make total sense, the Time Force Rangers would have created a new dimension the moment the original meteor strike would occur, with the dinosaurs eventually being killed. But, however, besides the point, to keep their timeline on track with no mishaps at all, they would find both Keeper and Sledge and stop them from coming back in present times to make the Dino Charge Rangers exist in the first place, essentially making sure that they never woke up and that they stay gone. Kinda deep, right? While it is complex, it would explain the mysterious Dino Gems and the existence of the Biozords, as they were only ever established as being millions of years old in the show. So now we got the info we need. And I know this theory may be a little bit confusing, but isn't any theory? I think it does make sense. With Keeper entrusting the Energems to the dinosaurs and then being destroyed, where did their power go? It only would make sense if they would head back to the source of their destruction, which is the meteorite. Anyways, that's it for today's theory. What do you guys think? Is this theory true or false? Let me know. Let's have a debate in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next week for a brand new video. I'm Este. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, @DonFuego. I'm also on Instagram @NotDonFuego. Have a great day, and of course, and as always, I love you guys so much. Stay awesome, everybody. Woo!